Aragorn's a tracker hunting coons at night. Gimli swinging axes, but his aim ain't right. Legolas is prepping, shooting buds off logs. Harlan's painting toenails, yelling at the dogs. Saruman's a neighbor's always causing grief, scheming in his tower like a backwoods thief. With the swamp behind and the mountains ahead, we're just good old boys doing what Gandalf said. Frodo's carrying the ring and it's dragging slow, but we're marching through the mud with a steady flow.
Of Arrakis, it's me, Shai-Hulud, your beloved sandworm of the desert. Many people are saying Paul Atreides, little Paul Atreides. I call him Pesky Paul. He's Al-Mahdi. People are calling him Lisan Al-Gaib. Pesky Paul's calling himself Muad'Dib. He said, Muad'Dib, I'm a little desert mouse, just a humble little desert mouse, and he is very tiny. I saw him.
Middle-aged mutant ninja turtles, middle-aged mutant ninja turtles, middle-aged mutant ninja turtles. All of their shoes are from New Balance, and turtles used to battle all over New York.
It was radical.
Now they work late nights in customer support.
It pays the bills.
They would break dance in their teens, and now they use sleep apnea machines. Middle-aged mutant ninja turtles.
Hi Colonel, this is Snake. I've made it to the insertion point. I stayed pretty warm due to that anti-freezing peptide that you gave to me, but I have to admit I was able to smuggle out my smokes in my stomach. You know, it wasn't fantastic, but I gotta have them ciggies. Psychic powers are cheating. I'm gonna plug my controller into port 2. Hind D. More like D. Hind. Oh! But seriously, what's a Russian gunship doing here?
Big bag, big bag, big.
Good evening. What's up, everybody? Hope y'all had a really good Thanksgiving weekend. Hope you had a good one. We were here and there. We did a Friday stream. We cleaned a bunch of all of our actually N64 cartridges. That was fun. And then we streamed on Sunday. That was actually really fun. Arc Raiders sesh. That was great. Makes you want to play Arc Raiders even more. We have our delicious Emilio. Little ASMR. Wait, hold up. Hold up. I don't know if it's picking it up or not. I'll have to watch it back. But hey, welcome everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We have a little bit of news to talk about. Apparently Warner Brothers is still being sold. We just don't know who to yet. We just don't know who to yet. That's how we should start it off. Have you guys seen those new Star Wars Skywalker Stories videos? So it's AI, right? There's a couple. And they're not perfect. Never going to be perfect. Maybe, we'll see. But there's a bunch and they're actually blowing up. I don't know why I did that. But I just wanted to watch one really quick while we eat dinner. I mean, I'm unmonetized. Not monetized? Demonetized. There you go. So we shouldn't get hit with anything, but this is AI. This is what AI is doing. Skywalker Stories is doing this. They have 162,000 subscribers. I don't know how long they've been at this. What up, Brett? Content shoveled into their mouths. Yeah, we're back with the pull list. That's what this is. This is content. This is non-person made content. Like, I like the premise, but I would have rather seen it in a different fashion. My god. This is really just an excuse so I can shovel food into my face. But it's 2 minutes and 30 seconds long, and we're gonna take a look. The Star Trek joint with Witwer was a high art compared to this. I mean, they only used a little bit, right? I know, look at this. Oh shoot, my bad. We were playing video games. My bad, we were playing video games. Okay, here we go. The mind of the Force. Mm.
The past looms over us all.
How about this one?
You are held back by the conscience of the Jedi, Anakin Skywalker.
How's the voice?
Anakin Skywalker is dead.
A lie you tell yourself to sleep. I sense the tether. You march toward the dark, but you drag.
It's a little bit too fast. It's not punching. It's not acted out. It's really, really fast. That's what I can tell with Malgus.
The corpse of your past behind you. You replay her final moments over and over, obsessed with a ghost because the truth of what you have done is too cold to bear alone.
I cannot silence her voice.
Because you still love her, but that is poison. Elena was my sanctuary, and she made me vulnerable. But I saw that my affection was a chain that destiny would use to choke me.
So that's one of my favorite stories is Malgus. If you actually read, was it Deceived? Is Malgus's book. And he talks about his relationship with her and how it transformed and then how he did take her out because he saw her as a weakness. Which is cool to see. Like, that's what Vader doesn't, I guess, want to become. He uses the pain to be even more dark and that kind of thing. And oh man, that's why I like Malgus so much. He's one of my favorite characters. And you can tell that this one's hitting a lot more because the mouths aren't moving. That's one thing it can't do yet. Soulless dog shit. People just wait for this technology to get better instead of learning a skill, and it's so bogus. Yeah. Two dudes without mouths in a single camera sitcom setup. I wish I didn't hate this so much. I think the people are crazy about the premise. And they're saying how good it looks, and I think it looks good. I think Vader is a little skinny compared to Malgus, who is more broad. But I think what's gonna happen, dude, it's already happening. Like, the same thing with CG happened, right? So no more claymation, and no more. That's why I asked, like, in one of my Instagram posts, are people complaining that they don't hire extras anymore for background crowds? Yeah, and I get 100% that the shot framing is not good and the background's not good and all this other stuff. Is like, yeah, yep. But it's getting better. And that's the scary part. It's getting better. So what are they going to... I know what they're going to do. But what are they going to do to use it? Like, instead of, I guess, they have to, like, CG backgrounds, right, for people. They have to, like, record one person and multiply them. Versus here, they can, like, randomly generate people. Yeah, I'm curious. And then if you blur them out, the one I saw was, like, Twisted Metal, the TV show. They have crowds and stuff like that, but they're just filming on an airport. There is no crowds. There is no stands. They CG it all in. I don't know.
I didn't wait for failure. I looked into her eyes, and I drove my lightsaber through her heart.
She was my purpose.
The writing isn't like... I mean, the delivery is still very blah. I drove my lightsaber through her heart. Like, it's not... And I drove my lightsaber through her heart. Or something, it's... You have to show a little bit of anger with that. He didn't want to, but he had to. That's where real voice actors are going to come into play. I don't know if it's ever going to get replaced. They're just going to turn IP into shovelware. This is how we get new IP. I think there is going to be a market for it. I think the existing IP is going to be stuff like this. Did you see what those Indian dudes did with Star Wars and God of War? They copied a fan film on YouTube, 1 for 1, shot for shot, camera's placement and everything. Did you see what they did with God of War in their own Indian movie? Man. Like, they need to be ridiculed. 100%. They shouldn't be allowed to work with America again. Y'all can do that in India, whatever. Mm-hmm. Yep, the Visions episode, exactly. People that like this shit have it strapped to their face like a feed bag for horses. Jesus Christ. Again, I want to see actors. I want to see this interaction, but I want to see actors and CG artists do this. Or cartoon. Even just 2D animation, dude. We lost 2D animation. Didn't we? Like real animation. They do an anime all the time. What, they copy over like live action stuff?
You are
That's
not
bad.
here to be forgiven.
Rather
You
than
are here to
choreograph your
break
own shit.
Every last chain of Anakin Skywalker until nothing of him
Bad delivery.
remains but the power that replaced him.
I don't like it when they do it there either. Make your own shit. Okay. So that's that one. There's a bunch of them, dude. I saw this one. The mouth is very, very difficult. Watch this.
He came back. He saved me. Do not fear me.
So not the whole scene, but you're saying like the Akira slide? Which I'm tired of that shit. We get it. You like the anime from the 80s, alright? Stop it with the Akira slide. Stop it. Do not fear me.
Tell Luke to remember that fear is of the dark side.
Who are you?
Watch their mouths move.
I am your father, Leia. I am forgiven, but I have much that I wish to atone for. I must clear your heart and your mind of anger. Anger is the dark side, too.
I want you to lead.
It's not matching up, and her face is like really freckly. Make your own ship and stand for years. No, there is a huge difference. 100%. 100%.
Disincorporate, fade out, or whatever you do.
Terrible.
I am no longer the man that you feared. Can you not see me as a stranger, not an old enemy?
You can't restore Alderaan. You can't bring back the people you murdered, or comfort their widows and orphans. You can't undo what you did to the Alliance.
I strengthened the Alliance, although that was not my intent. Leia, things are changing.
I cannot be fair in my appraisals.
I may
No,
never
100%.
be able to return to you.
Good.
There is no justifying my actions. Yet Luke saved me
No,
from
that's fine.
darkness. You must believe me.
That's fine. I'm 100% okay being biased against this. 100%. Yeah. So this is happening a lot. Like they're using. Who do you think? Let me put the music back on. Who do you think would be a good actors or actresses to replace the OG? Man. I'm in such a bad spot with Star Wars. I am in such a bad spot. Everything leads to the sequels. And I can't get over that. They got to go super duper duper in the future, dude. They do. I don't I don't care. Like this whole era between the two movies that we're in with the Mandoverse, Ahsokaverse, I don't care. It all leads to the sequels. Unless they're going to have Ahsoka be the carryover. Look, there's another one. Star Wars Darth Vader's tragic fight with Ahsoka. 8 minutes long a month ago. Star Wars Tales Untold. Is this actors? Let's watch this. Criminy Christmas. Is this actors? This is weird. It's weird. Let's watch this one right quick. Star Wars: The Horrifying Way Palpatine Became a Sith. Is that AI? This is all AI, right? Or is it not? But y'all weren't ready for that? Yeah. Look at this.
You have unlocked the secret of the temple. How have you accomplished this?
You're smart. Figure it out.
That's so funny. We're just redoing these scenes now. Ugh. Rian Johnson said, "Let the past die," and y'all weren't ready for it. I think I was all over it. I was fine with it. Seriously, looking back, I was fine with it. I'm like, okay, so anybody can be... We're changing the rules now. Like, we're not making the Skywalkers important. I got it. You tried to tell us now it's just slop forever. It's cling to my past. And trust me, I do live for nostalgia, 100%. No, I live for something else, but there's lots of nostalgia that I do enjoy. But if you're making a new story, stop it. Stop it. Like, Marvel, living from the Avengers movie still. The first Avengers movie, that's all they care about, is that first Avengers movie. Tilty tilt. That's like all they care about. And then the original Avengers, that's all they can talk about. That's all they can reference. They cannot build up their own characters. They have to like tear down the other characters just to put their characters in there. Star Wars is rotting from the inside out. The casino did suck. Oh yeah. I hated that part. I won't fight you that, but the movie was good. His episode 9 would have been great. I didn't know he was being employed for episode 9. I thought it was Colin Trevorrow, and we have all that art. That's why RDJ is doomed. 100%. 100%. They did not build anything for 6-7 years. What did they build in 7 years? Do you want to look at Phase 1 and see what they built in 7 years for Phase 1? So in Phase 1, you had 4 years of how many movies? 5 movies? Iron Man, Thor, Cap, Hulk, technically, I guess. Iron Man 2, and then Avengers. So you had 6 movies within 4 years that built up an entire universe. Now, since Endgame, what have you had? Ugh. That was just an option. We had 8 and 9 originally, but the reception to 8 was so bad because of loser shit. I swear, okay, it was an option, I guess. I thought that was the plan, though. Like, JJ did not plan on coming back. He didn't want to come back. Because he does not like writing endings. He can't write endings. He has a problem with it. He's able to do beginnings with mystery boxes and leave open a bunch of questions and things like that, but yeah, he can't do the answers. man. Again, like the whole argument about like the girl and all this other stuff. I don't care. I don't care if it's a girl. I don't care. But you have zero buildup. I don't know who the fuck Rey is. Daisy Ridley doesn't know who the fuck Rey is. She doesn't. She does not know who she is. And I'm not saying Palpatine or nobody. I was down with her being nobody. I was down with her nobody. But I did not like the way that Luke was. I do think the deconstruction of the hero archetype is overplayed. We're kind of done with it. We've had how many different bad Supermens? That kind of thing. I'm kind of done with it. Because you're a normal dude. Yeah. Yeah, I really don't care who it is. But if Daisy Ridley, who plays the character, doesn't know who she is, how am I supposed to know who she is? Who is Finn? Who is Poe? Okay, Poe probably has more characterization than any of them, right? Luke found his good side again. Yeah, he did. So that was the thing too. So was it a deconstruction of the hero, but then they built the hero back up again? Was that the whole point? Like they deconstructed a hero, he had failed, blah blah blah. He's somber, blah blah blah. But then he comes back. Yes. Then he rebuilt the legacy, the mythology of Luke, 1v1ing in front of everybody, and living through the explosion, all that stuff. Totally get it, 100%. But I just think there was a different way of doing it rather than force projection all the way. He deliberately rebuilt himself to project his ideal self. Yes, he did. Yep. And I you know what? I didn't catch on when I was seeing it in the theaters, the footprints. I didn't catch on that at all. How he was missing footprints, I didn't get it. I had to watch it again later. Or see it online or stuff like that. When I was watching it in the moment, I'm like, how did he get younger? That didn't make any sense. And then all of a sudden, oh yeah, he's still over there. Okay. Because he clued into it. Like, we've been force projecting items across the galaxy with Rey and Kylo. Johnson's Force Ghost Luke would have been great in 9. Would have been, a Jedi's weapon needs more attention than that. Ugh, God, 9, dude. Smoldering ruins, man. That's why the other reason why I'm kind of just like, I don't know. I think Dune ignited my caring in that universe more than anything else. The Dune movies, I think they're fantastic. Yeah, somehow Palpatine returned. In Fortnite. That's when it was just like commercialized. I mean, Star Wars has always been commercialized. Okay, of course. But having the announcement be a part of Fortnite is so brain dead marketing bullshit that let's say you're mom and pop, right? No idea what a fork knife is, and you're just gonna go see a Star Wars movie, and then all of a sudden the dude that got killed in Return of the Jedi is back randomly. He hasn't even shown his face. We haven't even, I mean, I guess we've referenced Palpatine in episode 8. They recently wrapped Dune Messiah. I know. Supposedly they moved the release date, and if I'm getting this right, it's no longer competing against Doomsday. So I saw a post saying like, oh, they saw the trailer for Doomsday and they had to move. I'm like, I don't know. I feel like Dune, I want Dune to perform better than Doom. What do you mean we learned about Palpatine in Fork Knife? So let me show you. You didn't know about this? So Palpatine There was a whole event in Fortnite for episode 9. And the canon return of Palpatine happened here. So let me toss this on the full screen right quick. Play it again. That's what they're saying with Fork Knife. Okay, so this is the canon reintroduction of Palpatine into the Star Wars universe, and it happens on Fork Knife on Fortnite. Oh, I knew I was pretending to be my... Oh yeah, exactly. But let's just watch this. This is insane. How do you fuck up this franchise?
At last, the work of generations is complete. The great error is corrected. The day of victory is at hand. The day of revenge. The day of the Sith.
That was it. Jesus Christ, look at that. That's funny. So that was the radio signal, radio broadcast that is referenced in Rise of Skywalker. Crawl. Alright, so you ready? The dead speak. The galaxy has heard a mysterious broadcast, a threat of revenge in the sinister voice of late Emperor Palpatine. So if you wanted to hear it, like, you took the drama of characters that fear this character with everything that they exist with. They fear this person. This person destroyed the galaxy, enslaved people. And you cut out all of that character drama for Fortnite. That tells you the priorities of this company. 100% hook, line, and sinker. That's it. They would rather have a cross promo with Fortnite than to have it written into the story naturally and for the characters to react naturally to the voice of someone who is dreadfully evil. Like the epitome of evil. There is Satan and it is Palpatine. And you took that away, dude. It's sad as shit, bro. Sad. I just remember laughing my ass off in the theaters. I saw it alone. It was in December of 2019. I saw it alone in a theater, and I was just laughing my ass off. That and I was really tired after watching it because of how fast it was. We gotta zip over this scene, this scene, this scene, this scene, this scene. God. I got a banger of a rant for the sequel trilogy that I'm working on in my brain. And we got a lot of videos that I need to put out. We got a lot of videos I need to put out. A lot of these stories, I'm just like, I don't know. How do you guys feel? I'm feeling really disinterested in a lot of stuff that's coming out. And the problem, too, with my brain is that it's just everywhere. So, Spider-Man Noir is on Amazon. This other show is on this show. It's just everywhere. Captain America Brave New World actor Tim Blake Nelson hints at the leader's MCU return, though he doesn't confirm that he will reprise the role. Tim Blake Nelson has offered a hint that he might return the MCU as Samuel Stearns, aka the leader, at some point. What a shit show of a movie, huh? Good God. Can't believe I spent like $30 on that movie. I can confirm that I have in my way, they won't have to wait 16 years. That's funny. Okay, so that's what he said. I can confirm that if I have my way, they won't have to wait 16 years. So he wants to come back. What a non-story. What a non-story, and what a terrible design. I just feel like I'm just ragging on everything here, man. Spider Noir gets an amazing new poster and confirms that Peter Parker isn't under the mask. The first poster of Spider Noir has been spotted at CCXP in Brazil. Brazil. And while it's an undeniably amazing one-sheet, it also confirms that Peter Parker won't be the one wearing the wall crawler's mask. So let's just get to the poster right here. It says B. Riley. I thought we knew that from the comic books, but maybe we just need to let the normies. So this is Nicolas Cage. I'm Nicolas Cage and I'm Spider Noir. Well, I mean, the fantasy would be that I could try to aspire to be something more Golden Age. You know, something more like James Cagney or Humphrey Bogart or Hedy Lamarr or Betty Davis. I want to have that kind of aura, you know, like the more enigmatic. You don't know whom, you don't know too much. Very noir. Very noir. I know that the phone's going to be ringing off the hook to play serial killers after Long Legs, for sure. That's not really what I want to like to do. I don't like violence. I don't want to play people who are hurting people. One of the things I like about this potential show is that it's fantasy. It's not really people beating up people. Monsters are involved. So he's like hunting down monsters. Maybe it's like there's a threat to the city, that kind of thing, and he's investigating. So it's 8 episodes, described as more of a pop art mashup, like Liechtenstein painting with some sparkle to it. I mean, that at least sounds different. I'm down for that. I mean, there's like no Amazon with their track record though is kind of with comic book stuff. Like Gen V, I didn't even watch season 2 because we didn't watch The Boys. We fell off hardcore with that. We don't care. It wasn't good. Gen V I kind of liked, but the whole greater universe I don't care anymore. Avengers Doomsday, Sam Wilson's Avengers team revealed, and there's one very unexpected addition. Let me see if these get to the point, because the video is kind of blah. Yo, hopefully I don't get kicked off because of this. Hey, it's on some other site. I don't even know if this is real either, by the way. So this is supposedly in some type of Marvel Italy event of some type. So we have Robert Downey Jr., Victor Von Doom, Doctor Doom. We have the Fantastic Four, duh. We have Letitia Wright, Winston Duke, and Tenochi Huerta from Wakanda Forever. Jin was alright, but there was major drop-off with The Boys. Oh god, yeah, I know. Ugh. I know. Okay, so here we have his team. Supposedly, this is the other Avengers. So supposedly, this is the rumored other Avengers that Sam Wilson's doing. So it's Sam, Joaquin Torres, who's Falcon, Loki, Ant-Man, and Thor, and Shang-Chi. Right? So that's Avengers Team 1. Avengers Team 2, which are the Thunderbolts, is Bucky, Yelena, Sentry, Ghost, John Walker, aka US Agent, and Red Guardian. Super Soldiers, Super Soldiers, Super Soldiers. So who would win in that fight? we got man, Loki, doesn't Loki and Thor blow away the other team? I don't know. I guess Sentry. Who would win against Thor and Sentry? That's a pretty... man. Sentry. If he plays Sentry though, and if he doesn't go into Void, he's still powerful as shit. He's like Superman. He's like, what's his face? And then we have the X-Men. The X-Men is Professor X, Mystique, Gambit, Cyclops, Nightcrawler, so sick, Beast, and Magneto. I love Nightcrawler, dude. Nightcrawler is one of my favorite characters. And my favorite designs, really, from the 90s, with the red shoulder pads. Bob has to be sad to be full Sentry. Does he have to be full sad to be full Sentry? Right now, is he just Bob? Thor has thousands of years of combat experience. He does. He does. No, they never really fought. It was Thor and Vision kind of fought a little bit. So here's the entire cast. No real surprises. I don't know who the surprise is that they're talking about. I guess they're talking about Loki. Loki being on the Avengers team. And if anybody speaks Italian, let me know. But that's the only thing that was a surprise, was that Loki was listed with that team, Loki and Thor, which I would love to see them together. Really quick, the Spaceballs 2 has wrapped production, and they shared a cast photo. Let me see if I can pull it up on the Instagram. Not too shabby. Dang, dude. That's so freaking cool. They got Rick Moranis. Oh, God. Do you think he's going to be a cameo, or is he going to be full on in it? That's so cool. That's great. But look at that. Nostalgia back again. If it makes fun of everything, I'm really... The Josh Gad of it all kind of scares me, because I don't know if it's going to be good or anything. Mel Brooks, though, is a spring chicken, that's for sure. Did you see that video of Mel Brooks talking? He's like 95, 96, 97, whatever. He's up there, and he's just like, yeah, man, I'm fine. He's killing it. Oh, is that bad phrasing? Shit. He's doing great. Let me get some more comida real quick. If there's any left. Let me put this. Get a little bit more. So the next one is power structure at DC Studios could be reportedly be subject to change if Paramount acquires Warner Brothers. Dude, can you imagine? I wonder if James Gunn gets paid out his contract, or is it null and void? Is this all speculation too? Mm-hmm. Much has been speculated about the future of Warner Brothers Discovery. The studio is currently undergoing an auction process. I did not hear about this. I've been kind of like unplugged. With Comcast, Netflix, and Paramount Skydance competing for its assets, the latter is perhaps the biggest contender in the race. As such, much of the conversation has been centered around Paramount's vision for Warner Bros. Discovery and its brands. Which one's the Saudis? Is that Paramount Skydance? Who's the Saudis? What group are they aligned with? Like EA? question is often brought up regarding Paramount's potential merger with Warner Bros. Discovery is the future of DC Studios headed by James Gunn and Peter Safran. Are you? Damn. To be honest, I haven't played Battlefield since then. In a while. Arc Raiders, dude. Arc Raiders. Huh? He is. He already did, babe. She said that he's gonna make DC Guardians of the Galaxy, and I said he already does. The Saudis own Madden. Yeah, they do. Not playing it. Which is gearing up for a slate of important releases, including Supergirl, Lanterns, Clayface, and Man of Tomorrow. James Gunn has been open about the creative freedom he and Safran have enjoyed to build their own universe. You're gonna get Clayface before this universe is Batman. She doesn't want him to do Batman. It's gonna be blue and gray Batman. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to either. Get her another Rita. It's just like the comics, babe. They redo their universe every 5 to 10 years. What's Ryan Coogler doing? Oh, he already works with WB. He's doing actually one more Panther movie with Marvel. Tyler Perry, oh, he's stuck in his studios in Atlanta. However, given the impending sale, many have wondered how, if at all, the studio could be impacted. Now, an unexpected development has occurred regarding DC Studios' future. It appears Paramount is confident about acquiring Warner Bros. Discovery, as according to Puck's Kim Masters? I don't know what this stuff is. The company has reportedly already started to use Warner Bros. Assets as a promise to attract one specific client, Zach Cregger. The filmmaker helmed the acclaimed Barbarian and Weapons, your favorite, love, and is currently shooting his Resident Evil reboot in Prague. We're getting another Resident Evil, baby! I mean, I thought Amazon too, there are other games to adapt. I think Amazon was working on Mass Effect, right? Hopefully not with Henry Cavill. Yeah, Henry should be busy with, I think that was a troll. Henry should be busy with Warhammer. He's busy with his girlfriend too, because he made a baby. Yeah. Cregger has been open about having a screenplay he wishes to pitch to DC Studios. According to Masters, Paramount is very interested in working with him. So much of that, the company's co-chair Josh Greenstein reportedly traveled to Prague to meet with the director. Per the report, Cregger told Greenstein he wanted to write and direct a project set in the DC universe. According to Puck, the character he's interested in is unclear. To which Greenstein said he would make it happen if possible. Who would he be interested in playing in making a movie about? That'd be I'm curious about that one. He's all Hawkman. What is it? Elasta? Who's that guy? What up, Etsy? How are you? Masters noted in her reporting, as things now stand at Warner Brothers, James Gunn and Peter Safran control who directs DC movies. It sounds like change may be in the wind, if indeed the Ellisons prevail. In August, Puck reported Cregger's spec DC script was titled Henchman, and centered around low-level henchmen in the Gotham crime world who gains notoriety after managing to incapacitate Batman through a stroke of luck. We're gonna have that before we actually have a full-on Batman. Catwoman would be sick. If accurate, this could be a significant development for DC Studios since it appears to indicate its power structure would be subject to change if Paramount acquires Warner Bros. Discovery. Of course, it's important to note that it's just speculation, and it is no way definitive development for the studio and its leads. The auction process is still ongoing, and as such, there is no set new owner for the company. Hate that? Yeah, I don't think it's very good. I'm doing good, man. Thank you. I'm doing good, man. I'm glad you're holding up okay, Etsy. Getting lucky against Mr. Prep Time? Yeah, no way. Who was talking about it? I was listening to a podcast, and he was like, nobody has given us a comic book accurate Batman. Nobody has. Nobody has. And I'm sure there's like different versions of Batman, of course, too. But he's seen as an asshole sometimes. He beats his children. He's very horny. He slept with Lois Lane. Did Clark? Yeah, he knows. I'm about to look that one up. Oh, we know he has psychological problems for sure. Well, he uses sex and beating up villains, right? And his own kids, yeah. Here we go. This one's kind of funny. So Paul Dano, who played the Riddler, the incel Riddler. Hi, guys. Oh, man. And he also played the preacher in There Will Be Blood. Was he also in 12 Years a Slave? I forgot about that. In Prisoners. I forgot about him in that movie. Yeah, he was the guy, the weirdo in Prisoners. But Tarantino said he is such an uninteresting guy. I don't know how this dude gets gigs, to be honest. I never really liked him. You think Paul Dano is sleeping with people? Jesus. Paul Dano had such an impressive career, having made a name for himself as a prestige performer by appearing and starring in critically acclaimed projects such as There Will Be Blood, 12 Years a Slave, Prisoners, and Swiss Army Man. In the comic book space, he starred as Edward Nashton, aka the Riddler, in Matt Reeves' Batman. Due to that trajectory, the actor is a respected figure in the industry. Is he though? Unfortunately, there's one major Hollywood player who doesn't seem to be a fan of him. Quentin Tarantino, which we know everyone has their quabbles with him too. The Kill Bill and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood director made an appearance on the Bret Easton Ellis podcast to talk about his top 20 films of the 21st century. Tarantino offered his thoughts on every project on the list, which included Black Hawk Down, Toy Story, Lost in Translation, Dunkirk, and There Will Be Blood. The latter, directed by Paul Thomas Anderson and starring Daniel Day-Lewis and Paul Dano, initially received quite a lot of praise from the director, who said Daniel Day-Lewis, yeah, the old-style craftsmanship quality to the film. It had an old Hollywood craftsmanship without trying to be like that. It was the only film he's ever done, and I brought it up to him, that doesn't have a set piece. The Fire is the closest to a set piece. This was about dealing with the narrative, dealing with the story, and he did it freaking amazingly. Everything sounds good so far, right? Well, Tarantino continued. He stated that though the Paul Thomas Anderson movie had a good chance at being number one on his list, it was dragged down by whom he called a giant flaw, Paul Dano. The director openly bashed the actor, calling him weak sauce, a weak sister, and stating that the Austin Butler, whom Tarantino worked with Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, would have been better, given a better performance than him. There Will Be Blood would stand a good chance of being number one or number two if it didn't have a big giant flaw in it, and that flaw is Paul Dano. Obviously, it's supposed to be a two-hander, but it's also drastically obvious that it's not a two-hander. Dano is weak sauce, man. He is the weak sister. Austin Butler would have been wonderful in that role. He's just such a weak, uninteresting guy, and the weakest effing actor in SAG. Damn. No holds barred. You don't like Robert Pattinson? What was that one movie he was playing as a creepy preacher with Tom Holland and Sebastian Stan? It was on Netflix. Yeah, that one was quite interesting. How is he one of the most prestigious actors working today? Paul Dano. It makes no sense. What is he in? Follow the money. Hey, what up, Etsy? Welcome back. God of War live action series enlists Shogun and The Boys director. Here we go. Yeah, we're getting God of War before Red Dead Redemption is coming to Prime Video. Variety has shared some updates on Amazon and Sony's live-action God of War series. It's a series! See, everybody? It's a series. I don't know if there... What would you do with Red Dead Redemption? You would live? I think we are due for a good Western show or movie. I think we're due. What was the last Western movie that came out? Oh, babe, we didn't ever watch that movie that we started. The one with Kevin Costner, yeah. Did part 2 ever come out? Alright, well, we'll watch it in the year 3000. Variety has shared some updates, which has enlisted Frederick E.O. Toy to helm the first 2 episodes. We also have word that Amazon has ordered 2 seasons of the show. The first has been confirmed to run for 10 episodes, and casting is currently underway. Toy is an Emmy Award-winning director who has worked on episodes of Shogun, Westworld, The Walking Dead, Watchmen, The Boys, and Fallout. Ronald D. Moore is... Oh, that's probably why he got the connection with The Boys and Fallout. Ronald D. Moore is on board as showrunner. Several names have been rumored to be lined to play Kratos, including Henry Cavill! No, they got 3 actors. It's Henry Cavill, Jason Momoa, or Dave Bautista.
I don't want neither one of them. We need new people. Can we get some younger men here?
I know. Well, I don't know where they're going with it. Are they going like when Kratos is younger, or are they going like Chains of Olympus? You want older, like with Salt and Pepper, like in later on? That's what I'm curious. Are they gonna do Chains of Olympus, like the like a prequel, or are they gonna go into the?
They need to go on out.
Yeah, we do.
We need actors.
There needs to be a time, yeah, where the character itself can carry, and then you can just put anybody in it. Yeah, Kratos can do that, and also you can pay them cheaper. You can pay them cheaper. Just again, like build up the character. You didn't pay Chris Hemsworth shit to play Thor. He got like $500,000 to play Thor because he was nobody at the time. He was the dude from Star Trek for like 5 minutes. Oh, it's gonna be The Rock for sure. He can grow a beard, right? An updated logline reads, God of War follows father and son, Kratos and Atreus, as they embark on a journey to spread the ashes of their wife. This is the game! Fuck, just play the game. Just like Last of Us, dude. Just play the game. Or watch a long playthrough. It's like 4.5 hours. Just watch it. It is already a movie. It's a walking sim. It's got moments of action. I played half of it on my PC. Through their adventures, Kratos tries to teach his son to be a better god, while Atreus tries to teach his father how to be a better human. Aww. It's gonna be another Last of Us, and we saw how season 2 went, baby. How did that do? Yeah. Daniel Richtman recently shared some character breakdowns revealing which main and supporting heroes and villains we can expect in the show. Zion, a male in the 40s and 60s, Alexander, Joshua, Glenn, Phoebe, Roy, Julia, Annalise, Frida, Layson. Yeah. I don't know. Just play the game, man. If we got... Fuck, man. It's so boring. This is why I would rather load up the original God of War on my PS2. I would rather do that and play it again. I'm sorry, guys. I got stuff in my face. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Play the game. Hold on, you guys want to see this real quick? Let me show you. God of War. PS4 gameplay. Here you go.
What's up, everybody?
No, I want no commentary. Okay, here you go, guys. Here, I'm saving you on an Amazon subscription. Here's the show. Like, what else can you do with it? Other than just bring this to life again. This already looks fantastic too. Mm-mm. There you go, man. I showed you the opening credits. This is on Amazon. In 4 years, the show will come out. But I have it first. This is exclusive. All right? This is insane. Regurgitating. They're not going to move on anything unless it's a horror movie that's very cheap, or it has a connected IP already existing, like a famous IP. That's what makes me nervous about Mass Effect. Well, let's say even without Henry Cavill, are they going to do Shepard's story, or are they going to do it in the Mass Effect universe and it's going to just be in there? So you want to see Shepard's story redone. With Liara? With who? With Garrus? Garrus Vakarian? I love Garrus. Shepard. 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 Femshep? With the red hair? Like the promotional materials always had Femshep and red hair. Yeah, the male Shepard was really boring. Buzz hair. Jennifer Hale? Jennifer Hale. Male Shepard is really, really serious. When he's being jokey, it seems dishonest. It's inauthentic. Man, Mass Effect 1 Legendary Edition looks really good.
Hey.
Oh God. I didn't mean to. Are you hurt?
You can't go firing your weapon at everything that moves. What the hell's wrong with you?
Sorry. I thought you were one of them.
Here's the tip. 2 eyes, human. 4 eyes, Batarian.
Yeah, okay. I'll remember that.
Wow, I played Mass Effect completely blind in 2025. What a great video.
Mass Effect. Released in
What a great video.
2007 and widely regarded as one of the best story-rich RPGs ever created.
Just gonna watch a minute of this while I eat.
franchise topped Xbox's best titles of all time, where it still remains today. One
By the way, I'm not
spot
getting
ahead
paid.
of my favorite video game franchise. Alas, little baby Frostbreak was just exiting kindergarten in 2007,
Oh
so
my
this entire
God.
series was a little before my time. However, on this YouTube channel, I've made it a habit to go back in time and try some of the best RPGs ever created.
Bro was in kindergarten in 2007. I feel old as fuck. So he said, I was in kindergarten, so I never played Mass Effect.
That I missed playing growing up. This is a 100% blind run.
That's the other reason
please
I
keep
wanna
in
go
mind
back.
I'm likely not playing optimally, as the goal for this video is to provide an unbiased, unnostalgic perspective with as little outside interference as possible.
Yeah,
With
that's good.
that out of the way, let's begin. Mass Effect 1, to me, boils down to a game with a fantastic world, story, companions, and atmosphere, but a generally bland gameplay experience.
Yeah, it is.
Usually, for these first impression videos I make on this channel, I play for around 10 hours, but I couldn't even bring myself to get to that 10-hour mark on Mass Effect. This game had a story that completely hooked me, but gameplay that failed to keep my interest. I'm going to split this video into the pros and cons of Mass Effect for my very first experience. Although I am going to start with the things I didn't like, the story in this game is so good, I felt it digging in me for days after I quit. I'll get to my full review of the narrative later, but just know
So
that I
good.
actually went back and watched a full 6-hour movie on this game's main story.
Look at that.
Well, not all of it. I'll link this video down below, but I only had about 2 hours to watch of the 6. I'd already played through over 60% of the main story, so there was only a little bit more to catch up on. Let's start with my biggest complaint of Mass Effect 1, the gameplay. And I'm not talking about the yapping. Although this game has lots and lots and
Oh, boy.
lots of talking, that's one of the best parts about it.
Yeah.
I personally split games into 2 major categories when it comes to a review, the gameplay and the story. Gameplay for me includes things like level design, combat encounters, character progression, puzzles, etc. The gameplay for Mass Effect feels old as fuck. To be fair, it is almost 20 years old.
It's
It's older than my sister, who's in university. But I get it, okay?
God damn it,
I
dude. Stop talking about
understand that
age.
these older games had less to work
Ageist.
with. Smaller budgets, older software, and weaker systems for the game to be played on. However, that doesn't really influence my enjoyment of the game because I was not gaming during that time period.
2007 was a... We already had Gears of War cover shooter in 2006. But that was like the next big push in 3 third-person action shooter games. Before that, it would have been Killswitch, which is really big in the action cover base. Which I actually just so happen to have right here, boys. Yeah. Let me full screen it. Look at that, puppy. If you haven't played Killswitch, we are definitely going to be covering it. Oh my god. You need to play these. 100%. Push through the boredom. You have to find the nugget of entertainment here. Like, the combat, when I played the Legendary Edition, the combat is boring. It's boring, but the story itself is so cool. And that's the other thing. This was in 2003. So this really had, like, a big evolution in cover-based shooting, which Gears of War 3 years later kind of built off of, even though this was published by Namco. But this game, Killswitch, oh man, I cannot wait to cover these games. We have a really big knick-knack that we have to get to. So I'll watch this video real quick because we just finished eating. But we have so many games to talk about, and I cannot wait to make videos on them. I'm like very, very excited. But yeah, it's boring. To me, these older games, you can kind of fill in with your own imagination.
I am looking at Mass Effect in 2025 at face value.
He's playing as an infiltrator.
And goddamn, this thing is simply not fun to play. Perhaps the biggest factor of Mass Effect's actual gameplay is the combat system and gunplay.
He's playing as an infiltrator class.
Like Destiny.
The reason I know is because he's using this gun. I don't think you can use that gun unless you're a soldier class. I think soldier classes can actually use all guns. I could be wrong.
To me, except Destiny is actually far more engaging. The combat encounters are less fitting for an RPG and more what I would describe as MMO design, where the goal is to slow the player down with bloat rather
Definitely
than
MMO
meaningful
design.
encounters.
If you think about, okay, this is their first foray into this like third-person shooter with BioWare, right? So they had Dragon Age before this. I think Dragon Age Origins was before or after this. I'm trying to remember. And then they had Knights of the Old Republic, which is very... I have a problem with Knights of the Old Republic. At least in this game, I can shoot people. In Knights of the Old Republic, you just have to attack. And it's very MMO-like.
Enemies are frequent and spongy. They drop little to zero loot, and there's almost no diversity in these encounters. And no,
there's
I'm
no
not
loot.
talking about the Geth, although what is there, like 3 enemy types? There's almost zero set
there's 3
pieces
enemy types.
or interesting locations for the combat. You either fight in ruins or in a clean, functioning infrastructure. There are rarely other ways to approach a combat
Shoot the
encounter
explosive
like you
bomb
can
right
find
there.
in other RPGs. Stealth, sabotage, or secret alternate pathways.
Yeah, you can't
It's
really
just
do stealth.
brain
They
off,
just shoot
brute
everything.
force every single time.
Yeah, there's multiple classes, and those classes really come into play in the next game, Mass Effect 2. They really define the classes a little bit more. I really like the Sentinel class. The Sentinel class, you could put on some Omni armor, and then you could use submachine guns and pistols. Versus, like, let's say an Infiltrator class who would go cloak, but then they can snipe. Very, very well done there.
This is the biggest reason I couldn't force myself to play more Mass Effect. I knew every
I love
level
Mass
had
Effect.
3 to 4 copy-paste combat encounters, and I had my
Copy
fill of those
pasta.
at around the 5-hour mark. I didn't need to do more. Even the boss fights in this game really show their age. Most
Yeah.
of the time, it's just an elite enemy. That's kind of hard. Twice, I got an...
Also, when you're a soldier, you can use heavy armor versus other classes are light or medium. But if you like RPGs, if you like good stories, you gotta play this, man. You gotta play it. Anyways, that's what we got. It's been an hour and a half. I've already yapped my brain off. Let's go into the polls really quick. Since there isn't many, let me grab them. Whew. Yeah, Etsy, the first 3 games of God of War, man, they're so good. You know, back in the day, I didn't have a lot of confidence in God of War 3. I didn't. Okay, not many this week. Ah, it's an easy pick of the week. First up is the new Batman by Matt Fraction, issue number 4. I believe I'm only one issue in so far, and it's okay. It's okay. I'm okay with it so far. I gotta read 2, 3, and 4, though. Enter the Minotaur. Minotaur. Geodude. Next up is Mark Millar's Nemesis Forever, which, again, we're very behind on. We're very behind on Nemesis Forever. Issue 4, yeah, this is $4.99, man. I gotta make a decision on all these comics. Absolute Green Lantern, issue number 9. Another comic I need to make a decision on. We're about 3 or 4 issues behind on this one. It's hard to keep up, dude. Very difficult to keep up. I recently organized and read a bunch of books, but these I just didn't get to it for this week. So I don't got much to talk about. I'm trying to remember what Rook came back with. What issue did Rook come back with? I'm curious. This is I think the one issue of Ultimate Universe 2 years in. So this is the sequel to the 1 year in from last year, which was the Nick Fury book. Trying to build out that universe anymore. So this is the next issue in that. Yeah, I'm curious what they're going to do with it. This, I think, has 6 more months left to it, so I don't know. And then finally, our pick of the week. Pick of the week is, of course, like I mentioned earlier, Rook Exodus, issue number 9. This book is fantastic. The art is worth it alone, but the story is so freaking sick. They fell, that's what it was. The last issue, they fell into the trap of the arachnid. I forgot what they're called. Not sentinels, but they're the people who are controlling the different parts of the planet. Like Rook is for the crows. Direwolf is with the direwolves, of course. Her dad is with, he's like with the other wolves, and he's like very feral because the helmet actually messed up his brain. So they're really trying to find her dad and get other beings to be a part of their group with the tortoise, who is like an old dude. Very, very, very cool story. It sounds funky, it sounds funny, but trust me, Rook Exodus is a fantastic freaking book. Again, the art by Jason Fabok is just fantastic. 100%. This one's a buy every time, dude. Rook Exodus, issue number 9. Pick of the week. Pick of the week. Dude. We had a very, very good Black Friday. And by very good, I mean I probably spent way more than I should have. I should be spending more on others, not myself. But we have a really big calling to go back in time. A lot of this started because the recent releases of like Call of Duty and some other stuff, it really just kind of not blackpilled me per se, but like it just made me want to go to a simpler time, and that's where these come into play. I got a bunch of old retro games, and it hurts my heart to say old retro, but we recently set up the N64 and the PS2. Now, if you watched on Friday, we went through, cleaned up, and tested all of our N64 games. By the way, they all work. Fantastic. I had to get really in there, man. We were really spitting in those cartridges when we were kids, huh? But I was able to look at it, clean up all the prongs, and we can now play N64 games. So I also hooked up the PS2, and all of these games did run. And just what I found was, I found myself wanting to play them. And I have a really deep analysis going on with the evolution of especially the shooter genre. I'm a huge first-person, third-person shooter fan. I love these games. I grew up with them. You know, like the first shooter game I ever played was Wolfenstein 3D. My dad had the first levels on a disc that we installed into the computer, and I was playing that as a kid. So like FPS is in my blood. It always will be. Shooters in general. But what I found was the evolution of the shooter genre, and how did that happen? How did that happen now where Call of Duty offers you zombies, multiplayer, and a bolted-on campaign, and it feels boring, and it feels played out, it feels lazy? How do we get to that point? And we get to that point by looking through everything that came before. And we're going to be starting our journey, just a little bit of clue you in on, we're going to be starting our journey all the way back, bros. All the way back. This is one that I've been wanting to replay for a while, and the narrator in the very first level even states that the character that you play goes in above and beyond the Call of Duty, and that is 1999's Medal of Honor for the PS1. Now, this game was created by DreamWorks, which was Steven Spielberg's joint back in the day, DreamWorks Interactive, but it was published by EA. Now, this goes into the blood... This is literally the birthplace of Call of Duty, is this game. Looking back. And I got the full case, dude. The full book, everything. It's beautiful. The only thing I don't like, and you'll find this out, I'm not the biggest fan of greatest hits covers. I don't like the green on the PlayStation. I don't like the red on the PS2. So that's the one drawback, but I was able to get this for like $7 off of Encore or eBay, one of the two. Wait, no, shit. This was from the store. Yeah, this was actually from a local store, one of my retro game stores. So I got this for that price. What was the secret code? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember the secret code. My dad never, back in the day, id, they would just give you the first few levels, right? They did the same thing with Doom, and then they would get you to purchase the other levels, right? So my dad got the disc. Like, he was really into computers at one point. He got the disc, and that's what we got to play. I played also Earth Siege was badass back in the day. I loved, my brother played the RoboCop 3 game, but for some reason, he had to play it in secret because when I was a kid, this would have been like when I was maybe 3, I saw something on the computer and it scared the shit out of me. And I think I like ran away crying or something, and it was just like really traumatizing to me for some reason. I don't know what it was. I don't remember what the scene was either. It may have been like some type of graphic, you know, RoboCop video game scene or something, and I don't remember what it was, but it effed me up, bro. But yeah, we're going to go back. We're going to be covering this game and talking about the evolution of first-person shooters and how it started with this and with, of course, GoldenEye. So maybe I should start with GoldenEye. I don't know. Where do you guys think I should start? Should I start with Medal of Honor? Or should I start with GoldenEye first? Because I'm actually playing GoldenEye right now on the Xbox, and it's what a fantastic remake or up-res on that one. But yeah, we got Medal of Honor on the PS1. What else do we got? We got, from there, we go, like, forward in time, right? So, from there, I don't have Medal of Honor. Okay. From there, I'm just going to go on a journey with you guys right here. I have all the Medal of Honor games for the consoles right now. So that was 99. I don't have Underground. I'm going to look for Medal of Honor Underground for sure. But next up is Medal of Honor Frontline for the PS2. This game is really what blew the doors off of me when I was 12. This came out in 2002, and this was phenomenal. What a phenomenal experience to be 12-year-old playing this game, seeing D-Day. Like, Saving Private Ryan was in the zeitgeist so well back in the day that playing it here was amazing. Now, of course, I played my games on console. I wasn't a PC gamer until like 2009, really. But I also do own Allied Assault, which, yeah, I got my doors blown off. Perfect Dark, yeah, Perfect Dark. But the reason that Medal of Honor is directly influenced by GoldenEye, and it's in the blood, is because Steven Spielberg saw his son playing GoldenEye, and he was thoroughly captivated by it. The kid was captivated by it, and Steven Spielberg was captivated by it. He was like, wow, that looks great. So he took his obsession with World War II and like wanted to have like an educational piece as well as action piece. So that's really what made Medal of Honor. He's like, I got an idea. It's GoldenEye in World War II. And that's what created the entire that Steven Spielberg, which is so funny. Do you guys remember the story? It came out last week. I was going to talk about it. But now Steven Spielberg might direct the Call of Duty movie. How hilarious. I find it so funny that he created the groundwork for what Call of Duty became because he made Medal of Honor, and then the guys who made Call of Duty worked on Allied Assault, then went and made their own Call of Duty, which then Steven Spielberg is then going to direct. That's mind-blowing, right? Am I the only one? Come on. That's insane. Had to make up for the ET game. He was not involved with that one. He was not involved. He made sure to let everybody know that he wasn't involved. What year was this one? I'm trying to remember what year these all were. I have all of them now. Like I said, I don't have Underground, which came out in 2000. Yeah, Underground came out in 2000, where you play the Manon, the woman. Oh, this is 2003. Okay, so this was Frontline. This is 2002. The next one was 2003 with Medal of Honor Rising Sun. Now, this one actually has a bad rap. It immediately followed Frontline, right? And who was the house that made this? EA. I'm trying to see who the developers of this. I gotta do a lot of research, and I can't wait to look into it. But the developers had to follow up Frontline with their own game, and then the very first level is so captivating because it's basically Pearl Harbor. I played it the other night. It's so captivating, but then it drops you into the Philippines, and it's boring as shit. So you go from like the highest peaks of like, oh my god, all this shit's happening, to then that. Again, there was another game that came out called Pacific Assault, which was on PC. I think I own that one too. I'll have to look, but that's on PC, and I think I have it on GOG. The next game, though, came out in 2000. That's not it. Where is it? Here it is. So they actually took a little bit of a break on console, and 2 years later, they came out with this piece, and this is called Medal of Honor European Assault. So this is like squad based. It's crazy to look at this one. You actually can control a squad, and I played the first level of all these games, to be honest, and this one looks so much better than Rising Sun. This game looks so much better, and it's actually in the system right now. It's actually in the system. I ended the night playing European Assault. I'm gonna leave that out. Okay, and then in between European Assault, though, the same exact year, Call of Duty makes its console debut with Spark Interactive and Activision's Call of Duty Finest Hour. Now this really, for me, raised the bar on what a World War II shooter is. Playing this game for the first time, I rented it from Blockbuster. I didn't buy it. I played this game and I loved this game. I love this game. It is great. And I just played, like I said, the first level the other night. It holds up. I think it holds up. It's really good. So I loved World War II games. I loved World War II in general. It was a terrible thing, of course, but I love studying it. And just playing this game really opened up so much more experiences than Medal of Honor was giving me. So if you think about these two games, European Assault and this game went head to head, and Call of Duty came out on top. With that, though, I'm trying to remember when this game came out. When did this one come out? Does it say on the case? What? 2005? That can't be right. When did this come out? Is this 2003? 2005? 2004. Okay, so this was 2004. I don't know why the box says 05. Finest Hour was 2004, so it beat European Assault by 1 year. And you can kind of tell its influences because European Assault you can ADS, and the other ones you couldn't. But the very next year, you had Call of Duty Big Red 1. The reason that this one's important is because this is Treyarch's first shot at a Call of Duty game. Now, Treyarch is now known for the Black Ops series, but this was their first foray into the Call of Duty universe. And this is going to be a great one to go down. And then, the same year that Big Red 1 came out is Call of Duty 2, which was on the 360, and I have on the 360. I have every single game after that I have on console, except for like the newer ones I have on PC. But this is actually a game that I missed. I never got to play this one because at the time, I was into Xbox 360. This game came out in 2007, which was the same exact year as the biggest game in the FPS genre, in my opinion, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. And this one is Medal of Honor Vanguard. And this game is what a load of shit. I played the first level and good God. Looking at what Call of Duty was doing 2 years before this, and even European Assault. European Assault is better than this. So I don't know who made Vanguard. I'm going to look into it. It's going to be a lot of fun. But some other games that I got that I can't wait to play with you guys is, of course, Kill Switch. This one is the precursor to Gears of War. So that's the influence for Gears of War right there. Okay. That's funny. Daredevil. And then I got this one. I can't wait to play this one with you guys. Episode 3. Yeah. A little PS2 Episode 3. This would be fun to play. This was actually another great World War II game. And this one really changed the way that the conflict is portrayed in video games for me. This one's Brothers in Arms, Road to Hill 30. And then I also have the sequel, Brothers in Arms Earned in Blood. But I already owned that one. I loved the second one. This one was very rough. The very first edition of it. The second one, Earned in Blood, really propelled it forward even more. I think this was 2004. So I was 14 playing that one. Road to Hill 30. Very tactical. And this one was made by LucasArts. And totally awesome games. Totally games. This one, I rented this one when I was a kid. It came out in 2003. And it is Secret Weapons Over Normandy. So this is actually a spiritual successor to Rogue Squadron. This is the same idea of Star Wars Rogue Squadron, but in World War II airplane form. So this one's really fun. This one's really fun. I was already, I like playing all these games, by the way. I was just already getting addicted to them. And they're just so simple, but they just work so well. They just work so well. That's not all that we got. By the way, these are the knickknacks, by the way. We got a couple of books. So this is the other reason, Brett, if you're still out there, I kind of want to stop getting weekly comics. So that's why we may change the show to something else. But I have so many books to read. I still gotta read. Swamp Thing that Nerd Dame gave me 3 years ago. I'm surprised she hasn't left me because of it. But I got some more books. There's more books to read, and these are from the 90s. So I really was out for looking for some trades that really were like the epitome of 90s comics. And one of them, of course, is Kingdom Come. I've never read Kingdom Come. I had to grab this one. I love Alex Ross. I'm not the biggest fan of Mark Waid, but I understand that this is actually his one of his best books. So I can't wait to read that. Swamp Thing first. Swamp Thing first. We have some other ones too that we need to read. And then Garth Ennis. So Garth Ennis, great. He's made a bunch of great stories, great IPs. Of course, right now we're reading The War, which is effed up. And I think that's just the way that Garth Ennis, I was reading Steve Dillon. That's just the way his brain works. But this got its own TV show, and I've always wanted to read it. A little bit of Preacher action. A little bit of Preacher. I always wanted to read this one. Oof. And then finally, this is a big kahuna. So the manager of the store, Amazing Comics, she saw me buy this one and she went, "What the fudge is this?" But this is on all the top lists of the 90s. And this is from DC. And this is the compendium edition of Starman. And it is heavy, my friends. It is heavy. But the art is fantastic. I was going through it. My God. I can't wait to read these books. But yeah, Starman from DC, compendium #1. It was actually a really good price. Really good price. So we need to definitely stop buying some weekly comics. And there you go. That's it, Brett. Sunset Pull List in 2026. Let's finish the year strong. Gives you some time on the rebrand. Absolutely. Oh, look, I already fucked up the book. There you go. It's so heavy, I already effed up the cover. Wonderful. Oh, well. That's insane. But yeah. I was thinking about, like, all of the single issues, too. We're just running out of space, man. We're running out of space in the house. So I can't keep up buying all these books. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I feel so bad for the comic book shop if I stop. But yeah, I've actually already been working on the rebrand for Wednesday nights. And it, like, all the news stories and, you know, the current comics, it's just a lot to keep up on. Versus, like, we could just, you know, play some games and talk some shit. You know, relive these old times, and then I want to make videos about those old games. Maybe in addition to other stuff, but maybe some news that comes up. But it's definitely a pivot. We're definitely going to be pivoting a little bit. I actually recorded a video last night, but little did I know that my phone films in a different format that DaVinci Resolve cannot read. So I scrapped it, and I'm going to work on a new video. It will probably come out next week, but we'll work on it this week and get it out for you guys next week. And it's going to be talking about the Retrosphere and how it's coming back, but what's the reason why it's coming back? And I wanted to look at myself. I wanted to look at other, like, 30-year-olds who are going through the same thing of nostalgia, but not for the sake of, like, oh, those times are better. I'm looking at it and I want to kind of inform, just like that video that we just watched with the younger gent who was playing Mass Effect for the first time. Like, why were these titles important to us? And why are they important to games coming out now? To stuff coming out now? And you can see, like, looking back on these games, you can see the evolution, right? And in the last 10 years, it's really just been battle royales and arena shooters. Maybe hero shooters, too, you can throw in the mix. So hero shooters even are older than that with Team Fortress 2. So that's really the hero shooter genre created. Valorant is just a Counter-Strike clone with cartoony characters. Like, there's all these clones from each other. So what were the blueprints that led into the sphere that we're in today? And that's what made me interested to play these games again. The simplicity of these games is so captivating. It is. And I think I know what's breaking my computer. It's this animated background. You guys like this animated background? I thought it was really cool. But I think it's using resources a little bit too much. I love it. I love Batman. He'll still always be my favorite. mi amor. But yeah, we're definitely gonna work on something. We'll definitely finish the year out strong, and behind the scenes, we'll be working on possibly a new Wednesday show, and we'll put we'll put the pull list on a little hiatus. Which makes me sad, man. We almost got to what do you call it? Episode 100. We're at episode 89 right here. That's crazy to me. That's crazy. But yeah, I was working on some branding last night for the new show, and I don't know if we'll keep Pixel Space either. Maybe we'll just do this new show for both, because Sunday was really for gaming, and then Wednesday was for pop culture and comics. And maybe we'll still talk comics. Maybe I'll bring back the pull list and talk about like current books or something, maybe once a month, maybe. I don't know, just some ideas. But maybe we'll on the pull list we'll talk about the current books we are reading, because then the pressure is kind of off, right? It's not a have to do, it's more of I want to do. Pull list as a segment, yeah, that's true. We could start the show off with pull list. Pull list. We could still do knickknacks and stuff like that, and then get into the game. Yeah, it's a good idea. And then maybe I'll clip that part out, and then that will be the pull list. Will be the problem is, I guess I wouldn't know what we're talking about in the pull list. So the pull list would just be me talking about like what I currently am reading, because I have a lot of books. I have a lot of trades I need to read. 100%. Just I can't wait for a time for work to be less busy. I didn't get home till like 5 tonight. It was tough. But life will only get more busy, huh? Life will only get more busy from here on out. But hey, Arc Raiders is still fantastic, and I'm meeting some great friends from here. I'm meeting some great people. I love Arc Raiders. I was gonna say I can't talk bad about it, but like I feel like I'm addicted to it when I'm playing it, but when I'm not playing it, I'm not thinking about it. I'm more thinking about videos and how to make videos, and what videos to make. And it actually makes me really sad when I don't release something. Makes me kind of sad. We'll get it on it though. I'm glad people are enjoying it. Yeah. That video with the war was really funny to make. I don't think I ended it quite well. I got kind of, to be honest, I got kind of tired of it at the end. I got kind of tired of making the video. Like, I didn't have a good place to end it. Little behind the scenes. Yeah, I love Arc Raiders. But right now I actually have more of an urge to design something on DaVinci. I was actually looking at a bunch of tutorials on how to do 3D on DaVinci Resolve. And I'm curious. I'm probably going to work on that after the stream. After I do the dishes and stuff and get cleaned up. But with this new branding, I really do want to go all out. New graphics. Yeah, the whole shebang, man. The whole shebang. Be cool. Anyways, not to be doom gloom. It's kind of sad, but we can do pull list as a segment and then talk about some old games and play some old games. I feel like we had a good run with comics and reading comics. Like, I feel like that was a good run. But we're just getting to a point where I can't keep up, and we're running out of space. I'm running out of space, and I have a lot of retro games to cover. Actually, do you want to play? I know you're going to bed soon. We could play a game really quick. Let me put it in. Oh shit! Do I have to find it again? I might have to find it again. Let me start this up really quick. Open up. There you go. I'm sorry you didn't get to hear the noise. You didn't get to hear the startup noise. Let's see if it goes. It's been working. There it is. There it is. Oh, there it is. So I need to work on the layout a little bit. I can grab it. There it is, baby. You guys ready for this? We'll play one round. One round, that's all we get. One round. I'm excited about this. Oh, there it goes. It loads. I'm glad we got it working. Oh, what is it? What is it? You're never gonna guess. I told Mando what it was gonna be. You ready? Oh, what is it? You'll never guess. What could it be? Huh? A little Activision? Oh. We're gonna get... Oh no, I'm not monetized right now. Perfect. Dun, 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 dun. Demolition, baby! Hell yeah. Hell yeah. The galaxy is engulfed in a devastating civil war. But on the Outer Rim, world of Tatooine, crime lord Jabba the Hutt continues to prosper amid the chaos. Involved in the almost every criminal venture, and the Hutt has amassed a vast fortune through gambling, smuggling, and other vile acts. Yet his greed knows no bounds. The Empire has outlawed the dangerous pod races, but Jabba has devised an even more dangerous underground contest to attract high-stakes gamblers from across the galaxy to his betting parlors on Tatooine. Like, how could this really go? Like, oh, pod racing is too dangerous, but this Twisted Metal contest? Yeah, it's just fine. Did you ever play Demolition? It's like a bunch of dudes at Lucasfilm got drunk and was like, we can make a Twisted Metal. We can make a Vigilante 8. Yeah, dude. Never? Oh, dude. This is canon. What are you talking about? Look at that. I love it so much. Oh, there's Levo! I'm fairly certain those are, those are... Mach Kabuda Kabasa. Those are full motion video people, baby. Does it sound okay? Does everything sound alright? He's driving a goddamn Rancor, baby. So there's Aurra Sing. You've known her from episode 1. Bro's got a goatee. That's how land speeders work. Take that, Aurra Sing. Yeah. Oh, it's so good. Yeah, no memory card. That's fine. It's a little dark. It should be good on your screen, but PS1 games are a little dark on here. Whoa!
Choose your game.
Let's go, baby. Battle.
Tournament.
Oops.
Battle.
Alright, who should we play? Ooh, Tatooine.
Sea.
Ladun Chi.
Hoth. Naboo. Death Star 2.
Death Star 2. Yeah, the it's underground, but we're gonna fight on the Death Star 2.
Dagobah. Mos Eisley. Yavin 4. Cloud City.
Ladun
Sea.
We'll do Death Star.
Death Star 2.
2, the sequel. Electric Boogaloo. Alright, here we go.
Wade Vox.
His name is Wade Vox, X-34 Landspeeder. Boba Fett, just as Boba Fett. He's just gonna fly around. General Otto. So this is actually a disgraced Imperial general who actually steals an AT-ST walker to get into the games. There's actually backstories on all these characters.
Tia and Gia
are ex-rebel fighters. Aura Singh has a swoop cycle. Quagga actually has an AAT battle tank, so it's a Wookiee who is in an old battle droid tank. Freaking cool, man.
Temto
Screech, who actually is locked right now, but that's the character that Lando steals the identity of. Pretty cool. Pugwis is a pod racer. Witten, he drives a Stap. Pretty cool. Malaki drives the Rancor, so obviously that's his. He cries over Rancor. So I'm gonna do Aura Singh. She was always my favorite, and I'll show you why. So we'll go against a Snowspeeder, a Stap. Maybe we should do Rancor? AT-ST Walker. That'd be kind of fun. Okay, let's go.
Just tell me where to shoot.
It's Jennifer Hale. It's always Jennifer Hale. Your weapon's energy replenishes continuously, but very slowly. Replenish weapons quickly. So this, again, is just a carbon copy of Twisted Metal, but in the Star Wars universe, and it is fantastic. So my superpower, it's like a cart battle game. My superpower is my sniper rifle. And then you can pick up other weapons and shoot them at other people, but here you have the targeting system. Whoa! But yeah, it's just a very basic game. That's the thing about PS1 games, is how basic they are. Look at that! Oh, it's so cool. You can actually go through it. And by the way, I cannot control it using my analog stick. I can only control it using my D-pad. So what I can do is actually charge up my basic weapon, and that's the sniper rifle. So this is what I have when I shoot it. There's that. Here we go. Otherwise, it's just a laser, and then you can pick up other weapons. Ooh, I'm getting hit. Ooh. I think Mando said this is his favorite game. Okay, now I got proton torpedoes and I can load them up. Whoa. Boom! Need some boosters. Her mobility is really good too, because she's on a speeder bike. Oh, shit! I gotta get out of here. I can't do this. Oh, shit. Whoa! Yeah, the missiles. Missiles are so much better. Boom! My shields are very low. I gotta get out of here. Tractor beam. Got him. Deliver the final blow. No! Oh my god, we died! So yeah, that's Star Wars Demolition. So just imagine playing this for hours on end. That's it. We lost. Oh my goodness. But that's the thing about PS1 games. If they're not narrative, they're very much so like something like this, where it's just like one experience, and then the entire game's based around it. It's like a racer is always gonna be a racer, that kind of thing. Listen to this baby right here. Ah, Brett, did you miss the PS2 or PlayStation? And then we'll call it quits for the night. It's so crazy. If you look at the inside of the case, it actually advertises Rebel Assault 2 for the PlayStation, Masters of Terrakasi, which we can actually go buy at my local retro store. I saw that there, and then there's the Episode 1 Phantom Menace and Dark Forces. Your choice, only $19.99 each, available at the LucasArts Company store. Look right there, it says, from the creators of Vigilante 8 and Vigilante 8 Second Wind. I don't know. Second Defense. That's funny. Second. You didn't miss it? Oh, good. Very good, very good. Or you don't miss it. Is that a play on word? Like I don't miss it at all. Yeah, we're definitely gonna get into that. It's gonna be fun. I gotta figure out a way. I think it's just the monitor setting. I have to mess with it when it's in. Let me see if I can do that right now, and then I'll cut the stream for you guys. I wonder if I can mess with it right here. Can I do settings? Yeah, it's on gamer. Yeah, that's my bad. Okay, it's on gamer 1 setting. It should be on gamer 2. That's my bad. Input display port. Cool. Well, thanks you guys for hanging out. Again, we'll finish off the year strong. I have a bunch of ideas for videos coming out, including another retrospective on a great movie that we actually filmed some stuff. Oh my god, we filmed that stuff I think like so long ago, months ago. And we just left it in the can, but we're going to have it in here. It's going to be great. So look forward to creating some great videos for you guys, and then we will see you all on Sunday for either more Arc Raiders or we'll start diving into the retro games. We'll see if I can. Maybe we'll just keep calling it the Pixel Space for now, and then when the new year launches, we'll launch the new show. But I'm excited. Hope you guys are excited too. A new dawn, and it's something that we're going to be really interested in and stoked about. So thank you guys so much for hanging out, and we will see you on Sunday. Have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you then. Take care. And yes, it will have a new intro. It will have a new intro, I promise you. We won't have this anymore. It will be a new intro. It won't have any AI. It's all me. And that's what we're gonna work on. Appreciate it, guys.
Scheming in his tower like a backwoods thief. With the swamp behind and the mountains ahead, we're just good old boys doing what Gandalf said. Frodo's carrying the ring and it's dragging slow, but we're marching through the mud with a steady flow.
Of Arrakis, it's me, Shia Lud, your beloved sandworm of the desert. Many people are saying Paul Atreides, little Paul Atreides. I call him Pesky Paul. He's Al-Mahdi. People are calling him Lisan Al-Gaib. Pesky Paul's calling himself Muad'Dib. He said, Muad'Dib, I'm a little desert mouse, just a humble little desert mouse. And he is very tiny, I saw him.
Middle-aged mutant ninja turtles. Middle-aged mutant ninja turtles. Middle-aged mutant ninja turtles. All of their shoes are from New Balance. The turtles used to battle all over New York.
It was radical.
Now they work late nights in customer support.
It pays the bills.
They would break dance in their teens, and now they use sleep apnea machines. Middle-aged mutant ninja turtles.
Hi Colonel, this is Snake. I've made it to the insertion point. I stayed pretty warm due to that anti-freezing peptide that you gave to me, but I have to admit I was able to smuggle out my smokes in my stomach. You know, it wasn't fantastic, but I gotta have them ciggies. Psychic powers are cheating. I'm gonna plug my controller into port 2. Hind D. More like D. Hind. Ho! But seriously, what's a Russian gunship doing here?
Big bag, big bag, big.
Thank you.